please like, share, and subscribe, and ring the little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop. I am recording this on my laptop. It's a little bit more grainy. The camera isn't quite as good. Well, actually, not quite. It's very much not as good as on my desktop. My desktop is a dog. I'm recording all these videos on Thursday because I'm offline on Friday. I'm offline on Saturday. Gotta get content ready, baby. You gotta feed the algorithm. Gotta feed that algorithm. As I said, I'm recording this on my laptop because, as I said, my main computer is a dog, and I'm getting ready to take it out to the barn and do the kind thing, unload two barrels into its sweet, adoring face. Yeah, I'll say that. I was thinking about my dog Daisy, who just like looks up at me, the most adoring way. Oh, I love you. I mean, like, this dog is just so freaking loving. But then again, this dog loves everybody. Anyway, I digress. So I'm buying a new computer next week. Anyway, right now I'm encoding one file on my desktop, which is just about managing it, and I'm recording the video for the next one right here because I got too much to do today, right? I got too much to do, and I would like to take some time off. You know, I haven't seen the second episode of Better Call Saul yet. I haven't even thought about watching Batman. I did watch Star Trek Motion Picture 4K. Strong recommend. That's the video I'm actually recording. Maybe today. I might put that on Sunday. Haven't decided yet. Who knows or dares to dream. Like, share, subscribe. That is Fan Dabby Double Dozy. Thank you very much. I'm very, very grateful for everybody liking, sharing, and subscribing. These are all very, very, very good things. Sign up to my Substack, my email newsletter, which is not happening while my computer's dead or dying. It really is. It's very, very rickety. Although I can't wait to get a new one now because, again, I'm using my laptop and that's got a solid state hard drive. And it works like a charm. It's a much smaller one, right? Everything's much smaller. So I can't wait to see what this new one. Also, Apple's got these new, like, funky coloured iMacs. I'm like, oh, I like that. I think I'll go for orange. Well, I want orange look in my office. Yeah, orange will look pretty good. I think we'll go for a bit of orange. Anyway, I digress. I'm talking about anything else other than Star Trek Picard because I am super not interested in talking about Star Trek Picard in any way, shape, or form. I'm just bored by it, right? The bottom line, I'm just really genuinely bored by it. And I'm just like stuck. You know, like I started it, so I guess I got another 3 weeks to go. Oh god! But then I think it's still going to be better than what's it called again? Brave New Worlds, which I have a feeling is going to be cringe-tastic. Absolutely cringe-tastic. Anyway, so we got a new episode of Picard. Oh god, it's shit. It's such boring shit. It's like nothing about Star Trek whatsoever. And so this episode, they've done massive like tone changes in Star Trek, right? Massive tone change. This is another one. It's essentially dealing with a plot point they brought up so they could do it. You had this whole plot point with Picard's mother going through it just so they could answer it here. This is not intrinsic to the plot. This is not part of the story. This is filler. This is pointless filler. Although it's nice to see, was it Jamie Callis, Bolter? Just sad to see him in this piece of garbage. Like, don't you want to see him in Battlestar Galactica? Yeah, I want to see him in Battlestar Galactica. He's freaking awesome. So anyway, we got another episode to go through. Can I ask you to hit the like button? I work for my money today. Like, share, subscribe, sign up to my Substack, sign up to my paid Substack. I've got to buy a new computer, okay? I would like some money. That'd be really, really nice. Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are freaking awesome. Thank you very much. As something else freaking awesome, the person who's going to be reviewing this and taking you through the recap. Who is that person? Who is that devilish, attractive, intelligent person? Well, of course, it's me! It's not Star Trek at all. It isn't. It's poopy. It's poopy. It's just poopy. Okay, that's how I would do. This is a weird episode, right? So far in season 2, we've had violent gear changes, right? We've had we have first episode Star Trek. They did Star Trek. Second episode Evil Mirror Star Trek. Third and fourth episode Star Trek Immigration in LA. And then it's like Ocean's 11 Star Trek. And then now it's cut price Inception Star Trek. Right? It's basically what a cut price Inception Star Trek. featuring Boltar, a far superior, clearly a far superior, more charismatic, interesting actor than Patrick Stewart, right? So it weirdly enough, and how they came up with what they're doing, it's beyond me. That all of this is beyond me. So it starts off, so if you remember, Picard was run over while he was trying to save his great-grandmother, Renee, from not going on the flight, who was being run over by Dr. Sung, Data's great-grandfather. Okay, everything makes sense? Good. So he's in a coma, and there's a Gary Seven type woman there who looks just like the Romulan who wanted to shag him in the future. And good for her. Now, and she's gonna enter. So he's been knocked out. They've gone to this. Okay, as I just put in the story, I realized how shit it is. They go to an illegal alien clinic run by a stunning and brave female doctor, and under fear of the fascist ice patrols, right? Because it's evil fascist 2024. So yeah, they go there to get Picard fixed up, and they don't know why his brain's going so nuts when they scan him with 24th century medicine, which they have a spaceship with a medi bay that will do that and fix him. But no, because they want to do this episode instead. So what they do? They the Romulan, the not Romulan woman, right? The not Romulan woman who looked like the Romulan woman. Says she can enter his mind using the Gary 7S technology and work out what's going on in there and help bring him out, right? Another plot is Dr. Girardi, the goofy, uncomfortable scientist, has made friends with the Bull Queen, and she's been taken over by her, essentially. And she's looking very hot now. Nice dress, good cleavage, nice dress. We like all of that. We don't see it often, but it's nice to see it a little bit. So we start off, and Picard, first we start off on this visage of you think it's a sun, you don't know, and you pull back, and there's a model of it there. Oh, come on. And pull back even more, and Picard's there. Of course, not wearing a Starfleet uniform. That would be crazy in Star Trek. Why would anybody do that, right? Why would anybody do that? He's wearing his tuxedo. He's in some kind of star base, and he's having a counseling session, right, with Boltar from Battlestar Galactica, going, man, Battlestar Galactica is so much better than this shit, right? Like, I can't believe it's come to this, right? I can't believe it's come to this. And for some reason, he's wearing a Deep Space Nine costume, looks confusingly like Bashir. Is having a counseling session, a routine psychological evaluation, right? So they talk a lot in this. But again, I just want to watch Battlestar Galactica, right? I love Boltar and Battlestar Galactica. Like, what a fabulous character! What a fabulously flawed character! What a fabulously real character! Right? I loved he was spent the whole first season terrified and with the number 6 in his head, and it was just fantastic, right? It was why am I talking about this? Because it's so much better than this. It's so much better than this. So they talk and they talk and they talk and they talk and they talk. And he says he has in the model of the sun. So here, tell me a story, right? And he goes, oh, okay, I'll tell you a story about a woman with red hair. So you think, oh, it's going to be Girardi, right? And you see off in the distance a nebula or whatever, and then cut to his mother, not Girardi, in some kind of like a silly version of Inception version of his memory. So she's the queen. He's a little boy. He is the worst actor. This kid, oh my God, freaking awful. I'm sorry, kid, but you are not good, right? You are not good, right? So she can sense danger. She's kind of magical.
weird, right? They do things together. She can sense things. He doesn't want to be like her father. He wants to be like her and shoot for the stars. And she says, "Oh, your father has a place." And the monsters there too, and you see like a Where the Wild Things is kind of thing going on. When you see the monster at the window, and he sees her, and she's like, "Oh, this is bad!" And the monsters come, and they run away, and they're running through a dungeon, and he falls into a piece of wood or something, and she's like, "The monster's there! The monsters are going to get us!" And the kid just and then it's the monster's dragged away, and she's dragged away, and he's left alone. Help me! Meanwhile, Picard's like, Picard. Picard. Okay. So we have the titles. The shit titles go on for way too long, and they're awful. It's awful. It's always awful. It's Star Trek Picard. What do you expect it to be? Awful, right? Freaking awful. So afterwards, they're in the clinic after the titles. So there's a lot of the lesbian romance between Raffi and Seven. Like they're old, lovers that have been together for ages now, right? For some reason, and it just doesn't really work. But okay. They need to find Girardi. Like Girardi's gone missing, right? They don't know she's a pool queen. They need to find her. So they're going to go back to La Serena. So here's the weird thing. This ship comes from a parallel universe, right? Which just happens to be identical to La Serena. It's just so stupid. It's so stupid it's beyond belief. Okay, well... So they need to find Seven. So they so Seven and Raffi, Crackle Raffi, go to the ship as non-Romulan, not Varys, gets ready to go into Picard's mind. Meanwhile, they come back to the ship and they banter. We're just old, normal, loving, lesbian, loving companion. Oh, you don't have to keep telling us that lesbians are normal, okay? It's fine. It's fine. And so they have a lot of this lesbian banter. It's been a big lesbian week in fandom, has it, in genre? Doctor Who and companion lesbians, and now Star Trek lesbians. I guess if they made Star Wars, would have more lesbians there, right? So then she tries to find out. She scans for Girardi's badge, right? She's trying to find where she is, and suddenly, boom, she gets locked out. And then it comes back, and she's like, "I don't understand what's going on." And she's like, "Unable to access encrypted data," and it's a Borg encryption. She was like, "Uh-oh, the Borg are broken out, right?" And they more like lesbian chatter, Borg, lesbian chatter. Meanwhile. Okay, if she's not Romulan, why is she wearing a Romulan-shaped ear thing? Like now you're just confusing me for no apparent reason, right? Right? And if she's gonna sleep with Picard, can she get a kit off once? I mean, come on. She looks quite fit. So she's about to go in the mind. And Rio says, "I'll be here, Rio. So I'm here." I liked him as captain. I liked him in Star Trek. I don't like him in this shit. Oh look, there's a starship. No. There's just an old guy on bed. Okay. Oh, so Star Trek. And she goes into the mind, and she's in like this creepy dungeon, and she hears like lots of Locutus Borg stuff going on. Like, Locutus and Borg. And I think they use all the dialogue. Meanwhile, his session's still going on. And he's like, "Well, what happened to the story? What happened to the boy?" He's like, "Well, the boy just ended up scared and alone in the dungeon." I'm like, "Well, that kind of sucks ass, but okay." And they talk. Meanwhile, not Varys creeps around the dungeon as Picard talks. And she creeps, and she creeps, and she creeps, and she creeps, and she creeps. And she creeps some more, doing some creeping, and then she finds a boy. Oh, hey, hey. And she's, you can't tell. You only find out later that he's manacled to the wall, right? He's not allowed to leave, right? And it's like, well, why wouldn't you tell us that up front? Because you can't see. So he's told he can't leave. He has to stay there. He has to stay put because his mother will come back and find him. Then we get separated. Stay there, and she'll come and find him. Okay, so he can't move, right? And they talk and they talk and they talk. Oh God, so much talking. So much talking, so little said. Okay, talk, 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 talk. Meanwhile, Picard, oh, Picard. So the session goes on, and he's like saying, you know, he's like, people have warned me this will happen with you. Well, you know, you don't listen. You know, he was warned. People are talking about me. Rah! People are talking about me. It's not right. He gets mad, and he realizes things are weird, and he's not in a real reality. And the things start to like just make him mad. So he's like screaming. He's like, you know, we had the right to talk to you about me, right? And he says, he said, but I know where the story ends, and you do not. Okay. But before that, they talk, and they talk, and they talk, and they talk. It's a bit of a talky episode because they talk some more, then they talk, then they talk. And they talk a bit more. Still talking. Hasn't stopped talking yet. No, still talking. I like it when he talks. More of him. Come back. Away you go. Give me more Bolter. I like Bolter. More of him. More Bolter. And like that we haven't seen since Battlestar Galactica. Freaking crime. What awesome actor. Really awesome actor. And just really, really very good. You know, just very good at portraying that character. Meanwhile. So now, not Varys, who this one called him not Varys because she says she's not Varys. And they're like saying the monster's coming in. No, monster coming. Monster. Oh, geez, come on. Wizzy Will. No, no more Wizzy Will. You can do it. There you go. Okay. It keeps going backwards. So fine. So the jailer there, and there's this white smoke, and you hear evil laughing. And they're looking for the white door, and it moves. And the evil smoke, there's white smoke, evil laughing. And and then this evil monster starts to creep up. Eventually, the slide will bloody change. But again, really. And then, you just saw it. This thing appears out of nowhere and grabs not Varys. I got you now, and now you're in trouble. You couldn't see it very well because it's just, you couldn't really tell. So back at the clinic, back at the free clinic made for Hispanic people, where they hide from the evil ice patrols. The doctor's son plays innocently as a spaceman. Wow! And talks to Rios. Again, Rios, if you want to do a real Star Trek show with him as a captain, I'm kind of on board for that. I thought that was like an interesting take on it, right? A more relaxed captain. I could have gone for that. So he's like, hi, I'm nice, non-threatening, a good-looking Hispanic man. I am Latinx, even though no Latinos ever say that. So then she says, okay, go ahead. He finds that he's locked, Picard's locked the door. Oh, they've locked the door, so she can't see Picard. And he's like, I have so many questions, and I'm going to swear. So she tells the son. He needs to know what's going on. And so he says, they really can't show you. He said, I want the keys. Okay, so she demands the keys. And he gives them to her. And she opens the door, right? She opens the door and says, look, try and be open-minded before you see what's going on in there. And she walks in and she goes, oh, the hell, weird. And it's too weird for me. It's too weird. It's like, I can explain. There's a what? I can explain it all. And she's like, that's weird. Meanwhile, inside the head, evil white man villain is throttling a quite hot MILF, okay? Not very. There you go. He's in better now. He says, oh, you shouldn't be here, which means I can kill you because I'm evil white man. But she fights off evil white man because she's stunning and brave. And she's like, this guy's dying. What's going on? All right, like, we got to get to the hospital. He said, we can't go to hospital. So you got to go to hospital. So he says, okay, 1 second. Let me call. And he calls 709. So Picard's flatlining. We need something to stimulate his whatever. Like, and so he beams it down into his hands, which is kind of stupid. But okay. And he gives her. He said, you can use this instrument on it to fix him. He's like, I don't know what's going on. What's this sci-fi stuff? I'm scared. No. And then we. And she's like, well, how do you even use this, right? How do you even use this? He says, okay, just hold it, and you go, woo, 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 woo. And then that's you do. You just woo, 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 woo. And then things get better inside their heads. This kid's still a terrible actor. Terrible, like, super bad. I mean, really embarrassingly bad. Then you find out he's manacled to the floor, first time. And she breaks it out with her bare hands because she's stunning and brave. And he's like, okay, I think he's stabilized now. And I got a few questions for you, mister. He's like, ay, caramba, I don't know what to do. Lucy. So they free the boy and they're on the run, right? They find a door, clearly not a metaphor for a vagina. And then they go. Okay. Meanwhile, on La Serena, right? The Seven's been trying to hack the encryption, and he says, "I remember stuff from being a Borg, right? So I'm pretty good at hacking it." And then she finally sees Girardi put the Borg code into it, and we see a bit of Girardi cleavage. There's never enough Girardi cleavage. It's ever looks better instantly when Girardi starts to cleave. Okay, good cleavage. He's like, nice cleavage. We are lesbians. Yes, we are lesbians. We're totally gay for each other. No, you're not. Meanwhile, she's wearing a Vulcan or Romulan ear for some reason. Picard goes, Picard, and now he's left the counseling session and he's finding himself in the chateau, which is where the boy and not Varys is, and he's so he's start shouting, Picard, dodgy old fool Picard, and also Boltar's there as well. And he's like, well, what's going on? I don't understand. And it becomes evident that he's not a counselor. He's somewhere much more personal to Picard. He's Picard's father. Dun dun dun. He died before he lost his hair. So fine, we meet Picard's father, who's evil. Who's the evil person? He says, really? Maybe you don't know. Don't remember. Look at and he goes, remember the book, right? He looks down at the book and he says, do you remember what really happened? He's like, oh, I don't know. And then a mother's like, come with me. Grab everything you need, right? Grab everything important. We got to go quickly. So he grabs a book, right? And they run together. We got to run now. So we finally see the memory, right? Of what really happened, right? So it's a game. We just got to be quiet. And they run, and they go through this floor. And his foot goes through the floor. And he's stuck there. And eventually his father finds him. Right? He says, "I've been looking for you for hours." He's not here. It turns out Mother is barking mad. Right? Mother is barking mad, and they keep having to lock her up because she's bonkers. Right? She's bonkers McBonkers, right? She is super nutty. And Picard's like, oh, this is different from I remember. Maybe I've never even known you. Oh, so now he's a good father, right? Okay. So then, what happened? They just talk some more, talk and bloody talk, and nothing happens. And then looking by the door, right? Not Varys realized there's something more. He has a key, right? Something else happened. So he has a key to the door. He opens it, and it starts getting all freaky. He has freaky memories. Oh, freaky deaky. It cuts very quickly. Freaky deaky memories. It's all freaky deaky. And they then back in the real world, Picard wakes up, as does not Varys, right? It's like, meanwhile, this week Rios goes to great pains to show Latinx people are good people. All of them. No one's part of a cartel or a drug war, and certainly no one's trafficking children, right? That's not happening, right? I'm just a friendly, nice guy who's kind of hot, right? And like, oh, the boys love him. He's a good father. He's a good role model. And then he talks about how his father left, and like, honestly, where's the kid's father? Where's Rios's father? What is up with all of that? Have stable families, okay? Have stable families and things will be better. So he likes being a role model, and that's why he likes Picard. He looks at Picard like a role model, like a father figure. And they chat, and they smile, and they smile, and they chat. And they chat, and they smile, and chat. He says, do you want to see something cool? And then he takes her, because he's telling her the truth. Oh, he said, they do a Star Trek 4 line. They said, are you from outer space? Says, no, I'm from Chile, but I work in outer space. So it was better when Kirk did it. I'm from was it Iowa? Even the Rabbi struggles to get it. I'm expecting to give me any space on that. There's not because it's just so boring, right? Okay, so now they've said you're not allowed to mess up the timelines. But who gives a shit, right? Let's bring the kid onto a spaceship, and he said, I'm going to touch everything. Now, this is a spaceship that's been infected by the Bald Queen and has turned at least one person. Now, let's take the kid with us. That'll be fine. It'll be fine, mate. Nothing to worry about. Oh, God, it's so stupid. You see this episode? It just goes nowhere and does nothing. It solves half the problem they set up early on. They would have been better to do 6 episodes without this boring crap. Oh, God. Still got 3 more to go, but then we got Brady Wells. God, that's going to hurt. So she's like, hey, caramba. Right? And there's more talking. And then there's going to be more talking. So now Seven and Raffi have found security footage of Girardi when she went into this bar, right? So now we go into a bit of a flashback where we see what happened. And thankfully, we have some eye candy. We have some eye candy with, they're very big into song number. This is the second big song number they did. They're really into this. I don't know why. She walks in, nice bit of a leg slit going there. That matches the cleavage. And she looks kind of hot. She does look kind of hot. And she goes to the window and she starts smashing the window. I'm going to smash it. And she goes, oh, so good. And she gets off on it kind of, right? What's going on? We don't know. Meanwhile, Picard talks and says, I've really kind of worked out that Q put me through this. Q wanted me to know myself better. But you know what I think? I think Q wants me, I think I got to know Q better rather than me know myself better, right? Like, have the thing, like, nobody trains you better than your enemy, right? That was like I said a few times. So it's like, okay, but before I'm going to come clean. I am a Romulan. Like, what was the point of that cul-de-sac? It was just stupid. Okay, yeah, and so she must be the great-great-grandmother, or she could be the same one. I don't know. Who the hell knows? Maybe she's given, like, super long life by working with Gary Seven. And he's like, oh, I'm going to go after Q. We got to go and confront Q, right? For some reason, right? If I go and confront Q, we can go on the offense and we can really work out what's going on. So I think Q's being a bit bonkers. He's still obsessing about me, and I think we could use that against him, right? So we just got to find a way of summoning Q. How are we going to find him? We're summoning Q by finding not Guinan, right? Fake Guinan. We're going to go to fake Guinan, okay? Fake Guinan, and like fake Guinan's back. Really just awful. And much less like Whoopi Goldberg this episode, right? Much less like her. And she said, when the El-Orians and the Q Continuum made their truce, we did it with food and with drink, right? We have, for us, drink and food is a very visceral thing. So it's literally, if I pour this drink, a Q has to come, right? Has to come here. No way it can't, right? It's like, okay. So talks and talk before they pull it. She pours it, and then everything starts going haywire, right? It goes, things start shaking around. And she pours it, right? And it's the drink, and oh, I'm out here. 1 second, I've got to go to the next one. Pause it and says, okay, we're on the final set of slides, thank God. And then, things start shaking like an earthquake, things blow up, but no Q comes. How can that be? That's not possible. So they're very freaked out, right? They're very freaked out. Meanwhile, Seven experienced by throwing a bottle down and seeing it shatter. And she's like, now I worked it out. She breaking the window because it's giving her endorphins, which make her change quicker into the Bull Queen. This is a whole new Bull Queen. Unless we get to her, there's going to be a whole new Bull Queen on Earth, right? Clearly, it's the Bull Queen from the first episode, right? It's the Bull Queen from the first episode. We know that. It's very obvious at this point, right? So they go, so we got to go fighting with her. So Picard's talking to Guinan, not Guinan, and somebody comes in, and I think it's Dutch from the Shield, right? I think it is. I got to look up the guy's name. I think it is. Yeah, that's Dutch from the Shield. Okay, what's it? Let's get 1 second here. Let's go to IMDb. Where is it? Oh, it's over here. I can't go to that one. They're giving me a whizzy wheel. Yeah, I'll go over here. IMDb. Oh, come on, mate. I'll do it on my bloody phone. That's what I'll do. I'll do it on my bloody phone. That was simple. Here we go. So we go. IMDb. Oh, I'm just looking at the page where I was looking at computers. I cannot wait now. Oh my God. Now I'm finally emotionally okay with it. The Shield. We're going to look at the actor who played Dutch in The Shield, right? Man, that was a great show, The Shield. Where is it? Is it on Netflix? 2002. Wow. Okay, so main cast. No, I don't want the app. Piss off! God, I want spaceships and not the app. Will you piss off? What? Yes, it played Holland Wagenbach. Looks like him. Looks like let's get to his filmography, right? If he was in Picard, we're calling it all filmography. Okay, 53. He's been an actor. Okay. Star Trek Picard, FBI detective. Knew it. Oh, did I nail it? Yeah. Okay, so we have another good actor walk in from another good show that was much better than this. And goes, I'm celebrating. Can I join? Can I get one drink? He's like, even though it's closed, they're fine. Well, I'll give you one drink. And she's like, drink, you want white wine, really? He's like, well, okay. And they cut to it like, it's impossible that Q can't come. And he keeps butting into the conversation and smiling and says, hey, you ever wonder about the unexplained, about mysteries and sci-fi? There's a lot of weird stuff going on. Here, let me show you this. And he shows them film of Picard beaming in. He says, you see, that's what's going on. He's sort of smiling at him. FBI. And suddenly, they're raided by the anti-Star Trek police? I don't know. Like hundreds of FBI agents come in and say, What? What division of the FBI is this that gets people who teleport? I don't know. But they seem very well funded, right? They seem very well funded. I think they were worried that he wasn't a Democrat and he was in New York. It was in LA. Obviously, he's a Democrat. Is that so? No, it's not so. It's although I haven't seen Better Black. Oh, you make me mad. I haven't seen Better Call Saul yet. Anyway, is that so? No, it is Woggenbach from The Shield, right? You had Michael Chiklis and his little gang of three, right? And then you had the black detective and the white detective, the black woman detective and the white detective, who was actually a bit detective-y and had a bit of an arc where he started going a little bit batty, right? It's a spaceship rant. You know what? You're not getting one. You're not getting a spaceship rant because it doesn't. I don't give a shit. Oh, I don't give a shit. Which is basically, what this era of Star Trek is. It's like an old man's erection that they would just, rather than completing, will just gently massage it to sleep. Okay, that's what this Star Trek is. Shit. Again, an old man's erection. Believe me, I know about that very well.
My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you're notified when new videos drop.